Gives me great pleasure to introduce episode, I think it is 152 of the Sussex by the Sea podcast fan roundtable. We seem to be joined by two Robbies at once. I mean, there's not enough Robbie in the world. We've got two of them, the wonderful Hastings fan. We've got Simon, still in country, another Hastings fan. Obviously, I'm a Hastings fan, allegedly. And we've got the lovely Terry from Margate and Mark from Whitehawk. Hello, gang. How are we all doing?
Evening. All right.
Evening.
Taking over.
Good. We've got a few sound issues by the looks of it.
I think a few of them don't know how to use their unmute button. That's what that.
Yeah. To be honest, it's not like when they're at Hastings, they definitely ain't on the mute buttons.
I was going to say, I've never had a mute button.
Oh, you bloody hell, Terry. Right, here we go. Right. Rob, can you hear us? Can you hear me? Can you hear me coming?
I think Robbie's still on. I think he's still on dial-up. I think he's yeah.
Well, he ain't been on this podcast for a good 3 years, I think. So it's probably the last time he used Zoom. He's just
bless
come
you.
in and out, mate. Come in and out. Try again. Anyway, we're going to crack on. Simon, can you hear me? Yes. Well, unmute yourself. Ask to unmute. There you go. Simon, can you hear me?
There you go. You got it.
Get in. Oh, he's put it back on again.
He's done it.
Oh. Well, while he works this out, let's crack on. Mark, right, your boys, quickly. Right, let's get started. First of all, with that lovely win, a nice Sussex derby against Lewes.
Yeah.
Who they're a bit of a nightmare club really now, aren't they? I mean, they're slipping down the league. Unfortunately for all of us, they're not going to get relegated. But they're not doing too well. Let's talk about that one first. I know you were there. Talk to me about the mighty Whitehawk spanking them.
Yeah. So I mean, after the embarrassment of the abandonment from the 27th of December when we was 2-0 up and cruising. We played them last week. Was it last Tuesday? A week ago. We went 1-0 down quite early. We sort of just switched off at the back, let them in, and there's nothing worse than hearing a couple of hundred Lewes fans going mental in the early stages of the game. And then once we sort of got settled and got our foot into it, we slowly took control of the game again. We equalised. Lodovica, I think his name is, Harry Lodovica. Great little player. Scored a few goals this season. Popped up with a header from a nice cross from Steph as well. Steph had a bit of a stinker the week before up at Brentwood. And I think he knew that as well. So he was up and down that line all 90 minutes, putting 110% in. Lovely ball in from the right. Harry's popped up the header. And then we got a penalty. It was half a dubious penalty. I think the ref wanted to give a foul probably in the little phase of play leading up to it and didn't, and then gave us a penalty, which I couldn't work out if it was inside or outside, but he gave it in. Charlie Lambert again on the score sheet with a penalty, nice and calm. Even with their one of their players on the edge of the box, the ground went silent, and all you could hear was their players going, "You're gonna miss it! You're gonna miss it! You're gonna miss it!" That's all you could hear.
Nice.
And then we went down to 10 men. Ojo got booked in the first half for a challenge which looked like it. He said after the game he sort of slipped into it, but a little bit high and a bit reckless really. So he's probably lucky not to have got sent off, to be honest, for that challenge. And then their left back was going down the line. He was tracking back, and it was soft. I mean, it might have been I wouldn't even say it was probably a free kick. The player's gone down. Lewis left back, screaming and shouting, and the rest gave him the second yellow. Yeah. But yeah, we had half hour with 10 men, and then it was just, luckily it was our striker that got sent off, so I think we were still sort of in control of the back. Big Coops and Hugo at the back, just absolutely solid this season. Didn't have Grant Hall because he come off injured, done his calf. But defended really, really well against them. They put us under a lot of pressure, Lewis. And then we scored in the 90th minute and sealed it 3-1, which is just always such a joy against Lewes Football Club. So, it was a great result. And then we've had a couple of games against Chatham, home and away, the last two.
How does that work? I thought your home and away fixture in the space of
Yeah, it's not ideal. It's not ideal for any team to play each other twice in the space of a few days. I think it's just the first one, like it was on Saturday, was sort of like a feeler for yesterday. It would finish 0-0, which I'll take the point. But yeah, it was like trying to feel each other out to get ready for last night's game, which was quite weird. I couldn't make it up last night, but we come back to 1-1, went down 1-0, brought it back, and then we lost 2-1 in the end. But I mean, losing 2-1 at Chatham's not the end of the world, to be honest with you. It's not
good side.
Yeah, they're a decent side, and it's not an easy place to go to, Chatham, for anyone. So I think the last few results, we sort of wiped Brentwood away with 4-0 because that was just a bad day at the office for all accounts. But beat Lewes and then getting a point against Chatham. So 4 points in the last 3 games. We're still in and around the playoff sort of shout. So yeah, like I said last time I was on the pod, that we're not in a bad position still. We're doing all right. Squad's got a good togetherness at the minute. So I think we start picking up a few maximum points here or there. We could be up there, I think, come the end of the season in the playoffs. Good shout.
What, 12 points off it, and yeah?
I think we'll be all right. I think we'll be fine.
I think you will be fine, but you're saying your playoffs again, because I know how you get a bit excited. 12 points off it. I mean, let's have a look at the table here. Bit of Ricky one. They had a good win last night. So
yeah. How many games in hand we got? How many games in hand?
I reckon you got a couple. Let's have a look. No, you got 2. So yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
And 2 games in hand, win them, and then a couple of
ultra positive.
Mate, I think you've got to be. I mean, to be honest with you, I think I personally wouldn't want to go up this season anyway. I'm not trying to count my chickens too early, but I think even if we had an unbelievable run in and we got in the playoffs and then the magic happened and the Sean Saunders effect kicked in and all of a sudden we've won a playoff final and we went up, I'd probably shit myself, to be honest with you, because I think the following season it wouldn't be great. But yeah, I think if
to have those hopes and dreams, mate. To have them, they're nice to have, aren't they? I think after
last season, I think trying to have a bit of optimism for this season is what we need. I think even if we have a really good end to the run for this season, and then recruit well in the summer, and then have a real good go at it next season, I think that might be what we're probably trying to look at, because the club as a whole, we've got a new fan zone and we've got all these new things sort of coming in. I mean, as everyone knows, the ground itself is not the best in the world. It's proper.
When you mean a fan zone, what does that mean, Mark?
The Buy Some Beer have come in and they've created a fan zone outside, which is actually quite good, to be honest with you.
Best place to watch Whitehawk, isn't it?
Yeah. It's
oh, is it up on the hill?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I wish it was. It'd be a better view. I'll be able to see it on a Tuesday night with my eyesight. But yeah, it feels like they're slowly trying to create something over there for us to push higher up these leagues. And I think a club sort of, I would say, not fan attendance wise, but we're not a small sort of diddy club in Sussex. Yeah. Everyone knows of us, and I do believe that we should be pushing up these leagues higher. We should be sort of where Rob might agree where Horshams are. We should sort of be competing in them divisions up there. So with the new stadium announcement, which will probably happen in 2045, maybe 2050.
That's when our one's finished.
Yeah, and then
about the same for us. We've been going 30 years waiting on ours.
Then we'll be up there. But it's all quite positive, to be fair. I think there's, like I said, we've got a good group. There's things happening in and around the club. The results are going on the pitch are going our way. So yeah, with the games in hand, mate. If we get in them playoffs, then you owe me a pint, so we'll be all right.
I'll happily buy you a pint, mate. Honestly. It ain't like we'll be playing against you anytime soon. So
nah, I just know how tight you are. That's why I thought you'd get me a pint.
Me tight. That's it. That's the barbecue invite gone, mate. That is
right. I eat all your burgers. That's the only reason you won't invite me around. Especially now.
No, you're all good. You're all good, mate. All right. Well, listen. Cheers for that, Mark. And
Nice one.
always a pleasure to see someone beat Lewis. So
As
loving it.
happy as their fans were.
Yeah. I know. You cuddled a few of them. I'm sure.
Yeah.
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 Well, we'll leave that there.
There's
We'll
some
leave that there.
pleasantries anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
Right. Cheers. Right. Well, anyway, let's move on to right. Do we have Simon and Robbie from Hastings on?
Maybe. I'm having more issues in my team this season.
But that's a lot of issues then, Robbie.
I heard that word. That's nice.
Okay, you heard it.
I'll sum it up. How bad this IT connection is more reliable than my team this season.
Yeah.
I've never seen a 3-0 win. I mean, so disappointed in my team.
Yeah, was it the when we were playing East Grinstead? Yeah. Oh, it's going to be. Oh, I suppose
It's gone again.
Is it gone again?
You're commenting out of me. What?
Don't talk about what happens on away days, please. Now, please, what happens in Jersey stays in Jersey, Robbie.
I've got those photos.
Yeah, exactly. You have. I remember the Jersey files need to be released. Anyway, you need to talk about. But anyway, right, let's just talk to the other ones. Right, Robert. Sorry about this, Rob from Horsham and Terry from Margate. We have serious technical issues. Anything involving Hastings, it goes tits up. So I'll tell you what. Let's go. It's Terry. Terry's been very patient waiting.
No worries.
Terry, we borrowed one of your lot, and he managed to get a goal for us, which was nice. Max
I did
Walsh.
say, didn't I?
Yeah. We were playing East Grinstead, so that's not exactly it's county football, but it was a welcome addition. But as for your team, a team where you've not really kicked on, have you? I mean,
No,
you should be doing better.
Ever since we played Three Bridges, it's just been absolutely awful. Our defence has just disappeared. I don't know what's going on. I mean, Ben's interview after the game last Saturday, not Saturday just gone, Saturday before, he was absolutely heartbroken. You could tell he really, really looked. Honestly, I felt for him. We don't know what's happening. It's just we haven't won at home I think we won one game out of 8 at home.
It's not bad. I mean, you could go to other teams that have got a worse record than that.
Yeah, but it's like last 3 games we haven't won. Away form's a lot better, so we'll see what happens on Saturday. Didn't
it start wobbling as soon as we beat you? We beat you just after Christmas.
You came to us after the Three Bridges
the manager,
game,
mate. When that happens, you let us beat her. You can't go.
Mate, we just got to see out the season. I think. I mean, we're not going to get the playoffs now. We're quite a few off that. So, but we just got to see what's going on. Just keep cracking on and just see what happens. We had our first game called off for a waterlogged pitch last week, so it was like, what do I do now?
I know, without the football, sometimes that's a blessing in disguise.
Oh, I went and watched Dartford instead. So
yeah, we've had that where we've got games called off, and it's like, oh, thank God, I'll feel happier this week. That type of thing. But,
yeah.
So Terry, particularly just because of the way we're going to have to cut this, talk to us. I know you spoke to us before. You spoke to Mark about this Strasborg getting in contact with your wonderful self, because links with your club, a former player that has gone on.
Yeah, one of our former players. Yeah, Marshall Goddard. Ben bought Marshall in a couple of seasons back now. He went to Fulham. Fulham sent him to Strasbourg. Well, the league over in France sent a camera crew over, and they came and did a little piece at Margate, saying this is where he's from. Oh,
did they notice that you were there?
What?
Did they notice you were there? I mean, the racket. They noticed the racket.
Yeah, no, they did. They did a little piece. They spoke to some of the fans, and the fact that I'd been up to see him at Fulham. So it was sort of like a sort of message to him saying I wanted to go out there and see him. And then I get a WhatsApp message from their their media guy, I presume. And he said, "Oh, we want to host you. Can you come over?" kind of thing. I was like, well, I was thinking of going anyway, but let's see what we can sort out. So yeah, it looks like I'm going to Strasbourg in May.
You'll start charging for these appearances, wouldn't you?
I just want to watch football. Honestly, that's all it is. I just want to watch the football.
Are you taking your drum over there? That's what I want to know.
Well, not for the price it cost me to get it to Jersey, no.
Was it a seat? Do you have to pay your seat for that
It actually cost me more to take the drummer's luggage like to pay it as hand luggage than it did for my seat. I should have just bought it a seat.
Ridiculous, isn't it? That's like Bono. Remember Bono sent his hat on a plane once?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, that'll be an option, I'll tell you. Because if I was going to take my drum abroad again, I'd have to look at the seat prices and just buy it a seat rather than pay the bloody luggage price on it.
So who you got Saturday?
We are Broadbridge Heath.
Okay, so that's 3 points in it.
You'd have thought, but yeah, the way we've been playing at the moment, it's we'll see. Maybe the boys will pick it up. We've got a better away form than we have at home, so we'll just see how we go.
And so Max Walsh just weren't playing. Is that the reason why he's come over?
No, he weren't getting games, and I don't know why either.
Well, he looked a little bit off the pace, to be fair, but
he hasn't had enough game time. That's why he's come to you guys. But he will score you goals. He will score you goals.
Mega fit compared to half of our lot.
God,
Mate, I tell you,
I've seen him with his shirt off. He's very
I'll take
fit.
back everything I've said about every other team. I tell you, it's all coming back to roost. I've never said a bad word about Horsham. I've never said a bad word about Whitehawk. Have I, chaps? So and so I don't know why this is coming back to haunt me. But yeah, all right. Well, cheers, Terry. Sorry,
No
my
worries.
love. Thank you, and obviously Strasbourg. That's brilliant. Please, we'd love to, if you can, in some way, send us something over that we can put out to just show people. Like,
I'll give you a shout out
if
if it all comes off. I'll give you a shout out.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, no. Right, Mr. Rob, sir. Horsham. Yeah. A great season. Safety, already safe. Obviously shooting in different cups and things like that. So for a smaller squad, it's a remarkable season. I've got to give you guys credit. Seems to be kind of kicking in a little bit. I don't know if you've got to the last few games, but a few draws and things like that.
Yeah.
What's the general feeling, Rob?
Well, obviously the feelings you pretty much summed up there. There's not much to pretty much whinge and moan about this season. It's excelled everyone's expectations. I think the last time we did this, we had Enfield away. We were 2-0 down within about 3 minutes. Got back to 2-1 and just couldn't find that final cutting edge that you need in this level. It's pretty. I think if you went back and listened to Dom's post-match interviews in pretty much every match, like we've never been outplayed, we've never been, beaten convincingly. We've always been in the games, and I think when it's at 1-1 or you're losing 1-0, it's you need that cutting edge up top that we're sort of lacking at the moment. So I'm sure that'll be assessed in the summer. But yeah, no, it's disappointing against Enfield. It's sort of, I think every so often when you've got a small squad in this league, it seems that every 5 or 6 games the players sort of hit that wall, especially against full-time teams. You saw we had after the Enfield game, we had Hemel Hempstead at home and we beat them 2-0, and that was quite convincing. It was good performance. 2 penalties from Hamo. But yeah, thoroughly deserved that game. And then Ebbsfleet coming on a Tuesday, they're a full-time outfit. They turn up, it's an absolute different beast. The coach they're getting on was the ex-QPR coach. It's got a kitchen. They all got the analysts and the screens. It's just different level. It's, and our players are rocking up from work. So that's what you're up against, but that. And yeah, it was 1-1. We went 1-0 up, and it was just the second half. You could tell the boys were blowing, especially with the game that was coming up the following Saturday against Southend. So yeah, that was it was a decent point on a Tuesday night. It's tough anyway, but when you go up, I was dictated against in the Isthmian League on a Tuesday night. I was always thought that's where the league was won or lost, or the playoffs. Those horrible games on a Tuesday, especially when you played the Saturday before. And then obviously on to last Saturday against Southend, we didn't. Again, we came out of the blocks really slow. It was frustrating that we couldn't get off best, like Dom would say. The loss wasn't the frustrating thing. We went 2-0 down within 5 minutes, and it's just like, okay, against this, everyone's got to be on it before the ball was kicked. And, we had opportunities. We hit the bar right at the end to make it 2-2. And you couldn't fault the players. The only thing that it was so frustrating that you're 2 games potentially away from Wembley and you can't put a full-strength squad out. Like, you don't mind missing the odd 1 or 2, but when it gets to 3s and 4s, you're just like, what could have been? But look, you can't. And that was the last cup competition we were in. And for the last 5 or 6 years as a Horsham fan, we've always had something towards the end of the season. So this is the first time in some time we've had, not nothing to play for, because we haven't. You want to finish in every position high. I'm sure there's bonuses added in if we finish higher. And so, look, there's some good days coming up. Hampton, Richmond away. Torquay's going to be a good one at the end of the month, the weekend away. It's been an exceptional season. And I think it's just, it's now they can sort of plan, hopefully, for next season, who they want to bring in and try and get them in. Obviously, budget's a massive thing. That you saw, look at KSI buying Dagenham this week. That's what you're up against, So yeah, we'll see. See what players will come and go. I'm sure some will. And we've been fortunate the last few years. I come on here and I hear people say that they've had 60 players or 55 players through. We've been lucky. We've only had
You've heard me. You've heard me
exactly,
say it.
Yeah, and I keep bringing that up.
It's higher than that now, but yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, no, I keep bringing that up down the pub. Not just Hastings, but any team that you see a quick turnover of players. That's not a recipe for success. We had a good core of 20 players last season, and 19 of them pretty much stayed on this season. So this season, I think it's getting to that end of the cycle. So it's going to be quite interesting and intriguing to see what happens in the summer down at Horsham. But look, we're in a good place. It's I'm sure next season will be tougher, but why not kind of thing. It's Folkestone will be coming up, so that's them guaranteed 6 points on both teams. So that's the only thing disappointing. But you never know. Miracles might happen, and we might win down there. So it's been an exceptional season really. If you look at it logically, and we'd like to say we've never been beaten convincingly, which is good. And Saturday was brilliant at Southend. It was for an advert for non-league football. It was people want to know why you watch it. You just go to that 2,500, 2,600. Both sets of fans, were unbelievable. It was just a great day. So, it's another one to sort of tick off on the Horsham box, really.
Yeah, well, thanks for that, Rob.
Try and be, everyone else is a bit doom and gloom. I thought, one day it'll happen.
No, it's my job, Rob. That's my job to be the doom and gloom merchant. Yeah. Everyone else, well, John from Canby's at the football, so I think they are done finally. Canby, I think we can. And rest in peace, Canby. Concord, here you come. But But yeah, all right. So as happened, all of my fellow Hastings people that were on here have gone. This feels very much like watching Hastings. I'll give a wee mention. We were playing Deal last week. Deal Town, lovely away day. Really nice. Took the kids. I thought, go with the kids. Some friends come along as well. We'll all go along because at this point, I don't mind going along with the kids because I'm not going to be completely focused on it because it's just a way of getting through the games sometimes, if you get what I mean.
Yep.
And again, even my missus said to me, like, she's watching it more than I am because I had the youngest boy there. It's actually quite funny. The lad was shouting at the goalie, let the ball in the net. And then the goalie turned around and said, like, well, you need to have like a shot on goal to do that. We lost 3-0, just so you know. Which I thought was very good. I wholeheartedly agree with that. But it was just that thing of, as you said, about constant turnover of players. No one's talking to each other. There's no communications, no cohesion. No one seems to want to push on, attack, or in strongly or defend strongly. It's almost like you're waiting for someone to do something magic with the ball, and then they follow. It was so quiet, and the fans were despondent. I'm not really seeing it that bad since the days of, God, we're talking about 15 years ago maybe, but like where we were getting 200 through the gate. But on an away day, everyone was despondent, and manager managed to get sent off as well. Still niggly stuff that was sort of going on. The game was done 3-0, could have lost by more. Fairly toothless team. But just as I say, it's hard to really judge a lot of these players because there's a constant churning. So you don't want to see someone 2 games and say, well, they're crap. Because you can't really judge that, you need to give them, at least...
Need to give them a chance to bed in.
3 or 4 till you realise they're crap. But like, we got Eugene Saki, sort of Sam Pigeon in defence. They seem to be the ones that can hang around. We've got Jordan Mason in midfield. He's all right. But, other than that, it's just... Well, so anyway, we move on to... We played East Grinstead. A game we won 3-0. Other sides win 7-0, 7-0, 9-0, 8-1s. Absolute cricket score. Game could have been 7-all. I just struggle. We really are quite a poor side ourselves, and it pains me to say that. I saw.
I don't know if you. I think it was you who posted it actually about. I can't remember who it was now. There was a podcast talking about Hastings, and there seems to be a lot going on internally. More than I think there's some sort of weekly podcast people do, sort of non-league. Can't remember which
Is
one it
that
was
the Billy Wood one?
That's it. Yeah, he seems very
Yeah,
you know,
I've had a few arguments with Mr. Billy Wood.
yeah. I imagine he's quite an easy person to have an argument with.
Be fair to him. Be fair to him. Yeah, he's one that will, when he traps up, he'll come over and he'll talk to you and he'll
open up,
argue his corner.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Because he at one point, there's a lot going on.
Yeah, it seems that internally as well on the ground and all sorts.
Yeah,
we've all been there.
And you know, again, I try and the talk from the manager and everyone about is that we get through this season and then we're going to look to get promoted. I see nothing on that pitch that's going to get us anywhere near that, and the fact that we struggled so badly against East Grinstead, who are a step 6 team, could give them a good game. Honestly, they're just.
I saw the signal.
They're on 5 points.
Yeah, I saw that. I looked at it. I saw it. They got beat 9-0. I was like, what the hell? And then I looked at them. They're minus 103 or something.
We borrowed our reserve goalie, to them for that game.
Oh, nice.
So that's a nice confidence.
He must be man of the match, the goalkeeper, most games, surely.
I was going to say, it's yeah. I mean, it's not a good moment because, us Hastings fans, we're very proud, as you can imagine, and this is just it's when is this beating going to stop? Because it's it's time to cover them for 1, 2, 3. Come on, this is too much. But hopefully, because again, when 75% of these players ain't staying, and it's just as a fan base, I'm sure you would understand this, Terry. Obviously, you and you, Rob, and your Lodi boys would understand this. You want to get behind the individual players. You want. I bet you see equally. You want something back from them. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't mean that they've got to be amazingly skillful. It's just a little bit of passion, a bit of come a fire, something. Yeah. Yeah. And
that's the thing with. Sorry, carry on.
No, you go, Terry. Off you go.
Well, it's the thing with our lads. I mean, we're getting through games and we're firing on the good. It's just so frustrating. We're actually playing really well occasionally. First half maybe we didn't do so well on Saturday, but second half it was like, how did we not come back on that? The lads are actually putting the effort in, and it's just silly defensive errors and stuff, and we're not scoring. It's like, what's going on? Boys are putting the effort in.
Yeah, well, sometimes you don't get the rub, do you? You don't get the rub sometimes.
But it's like, come on, we need a little bit of luck here. Thank you.
Yeah, but don't make me feel any better, Terry.
But I'm just saying, it's even if the players are still going like our lads are, and we're still not getting a result. So.
Yeah. Well, from the Hastings point of view, we're not going down. We're not going down. There's like with Canby last year, there was 4 worst teams in that league, and that's why they stayed up, and they obviously got their stay of execution till this season. We're not going to. But honestly, we've got to be better. The standards need to be better, and maybe I'm out of place saying it. Maybe this is what we should be like. But if that's the mindset of the management, be it manager, club officials, then we should get rid. Do you know what I mean? But I'm sure that isn't. Certainly hoping it isn't, and that things just it's just not we were never an easy touch. I mean, you Horsham lot, you Margate, Hastings was never an easy touch. All right, you might win, yeah, you might get a result, but you never. Other than that bloody Sussex Cup game, I'm sure Indian bookmakers were involved in that.
It's in your head rent free. I love it.
It's never going to die, mate.
No, it was the best game I've ever been to, I think.
Oh, yeah. I almost had no, actually, I have been to worse games than that 4-0. So
yeah, it's not many finals you can sit back and watch and enjoy, but I think that was one of them. So thank you.
I appreciate those warm words.
You're generous like that, ain't you, Chris?
I am. But no, I mean, again, the fan base is excellent. I love them. We're playing Beckenham. All of us off on a good old away day going to Beckenham. So we've been there to support the team. Most of them have been there through thick and thin. Unbelievable the amount of people that still go, considering what's being put out there. But that's because you love your club.
100%, Chris. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's either end it on a song or we got to end it on a high note of some kind. Yeah. I try not to be too miserable, but it keeps happening. So yeah, the Hastings lot disappeared. So I've got no one to bounce off here. So Robert, did you say who you were playing on Saturday?
Who we got? We got away to AFC Totten.
Okay.
On Saturday. Yeah, and then we've got Hampton and Richmond coming up on, and then we've
you
got,
got
the
the big
beer
Torquay.
fest. Yeah, Torquay's
absolutely.
28th. We've got Tunbridge Angels on the 14th. That's our beer festival Saturday, which is always a good day. Yeah, so look, there's things to look forward to, like with fans. You know, just something going on, and you know, we're fortunate at this level. This level's it's a big boys league. This level, a lot of money being chucked about. So to do what we're doing is, like I say, is pretty cool. So yeah, just enjoy it. Like I say, we've had fans. I talk about. We were homeless for 9, 11, 10 years. So I used to play down at Lancing, and fans used to go down there week in, week out. And, you know, like you say, you stick to it because it's, you know, the football sometimes is secondary. You know, you go there to, you know, have a good time, meet up with your friends and get away from the day-to-day of crap life. So that's what football's all about, especially at this level. So, yeah, but you say sometimes...
It's another family, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. But you do need something out of it. Otherwise, you just go insane. You know, just a point when you're not expecting it.
Yeah, if you're already there, it
makes it all better. Yeah, exactly, yeah.
I was going to say, I'm already in the rubber room, mate. I'm already in the rubber room.
Yeah, we've all been there.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind getting out, though. I plan an escape at some point. Hopefully, Hastings will help me do that. No, absolute pleasure. Thank you as ever for coming on. Good luck to your sides. See you at the game. Take care and good night.
Yeah, have a good weekend.
Yeah.
Take it easy, Chris.